Highlanders with a fly out to shallow second base. Two down. It's a 2-0 lead for Newcastle here. Day 4 action at the 2024 BSN Tuttle Tigers Spring Break Festival. Apologize for the delay in getting started. Tracked the other game. It had stayed stuck in the game changer for about 3 hours. Didn't know exactly if they were progressed or not. So we're about an inning and a half behind here on the start of the broadcast for the next to the last game here for the 2024 Tuttle Tiger Invitational. It's been a good tournament so far. Right now, two teams perfect 2-0, Elgin Owls and the Tuttle Tigers, due to the cancellation of games on Thursday. Gives Tuttle an opportunity to win outright today with a victory over Bethany. Ball gets away from him. Base runner advances to third. Highlanders have a runner now in scoring position. Up the middle, 6-3 ground out. Gets the out, negates the run. MacArthur unable to capitalize, leaves him stranded through 2. Your score, Newcastle 2, Lawton MacArthur 0. You're watching 2024 coverage on Prep Nation TV of the BSN Tuttle Tiger Spring Break Festival. Do you know the score of the game just prior to this?
6-1.
Check.
It was nothing.
Okay. All right, recap of games for the tournament. Day 1 results, Elgin defeated Chickasha 3-1, Tuttle victorious 9-8 over Weatherford. All games canceled on Thursday, as I alluded to earlier. Yesterday's action, Elgin 12-2 over Oologah, final through 4. Oologah responded with a 7-1 victory over Lawton MacArthur. Lawton Mac rallied to defeat Bethany 9-8. Chickasha shut out Weatherford 8-0 in a 5-inning run rule. And Tuttle closed out the evening last night with a thrilling 5-4 victory over Newcastle. Game just prior to this, Chickasha victorious over Oologah, 6-0, setting the stage for Lawton MacArthur, Newcastle, and the final game of the festival, Bethany versus Tuttle.
Now batting shortstop, number 11, Austin Gibson.
Floats out to center field, and 1 down for the Racers.
Next to the plate, number 5, Jackson Chenoweth.
Deep out to left field, puts him all the way against the wall, and it goes over. Solo home run for the Racers. Second game that this has happened, referees just not giving him the motion to go, assuming maybe it's a ground rule double, stops at second. But he will trot in a beautiful hit ball. We'll find that over in the parking lot by the intermediate school. 3-0 Newcastle.
Eliminating DH, number 34, Tosh Smith.
Over to third base, we'll have a 3-1 tag out.
Now batting catcher, number 12, Ryder Gibson.
And breaks in for the strike. To right field. It's going to turn it to two and in safely with the stand-up double. Blooper out to center field and flies out. Racers strand one, but score one. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Score Newcastle 3, Lawton MacArthur 0.
Now batting, number 17, Spencer Thurman.
Looper to second base. E4 can't get it. Base runner on for MacArthur.
Next up to bat for Lawton Mac, number 5, Bo DeLong. No? Six still? The walk for Lawton Mac brings up number 15, Thatcher Zeller.
MacArthur now with runners on first and second, trying to attempt a squeeze here or some type of a bunt on base advance and can't quite get the ball to go ahead and plate it with the bat. To the pitcher. Don't know what he was thinking. Error E1 going to score a run. First baseman just stands there, watches the ball roll. Wow. Didn't even make an attempt to go get it. Just sit there and watch the second baseman run to get it. So errors continue for Newcastle in back-to-back games. Just about giving a freebie there to Lawton MacArthur. More importantly, they're able to advance the base runners additional 2 extra bases on the wild throw. So 2 errors in the inning for the Racers. Run scores MacArthur on the scoreboard 3-1.
Now batting for Lawton MacArthur, number 10, Gage McNeil.
And there it is, RBI single. MacArthur back-to-back runs, 3-2 game.
The RBI single to bring up number 7, Rhett Vaughn.
It's going to stay in play, but he snags it just in the foul line, so it's a out for MacArthur. Looked like that one might even potentially be a trouble ball over in left field.
Perez.
Oh, pop up bunt. Just you cannot keep holding the ball. This is another opportunity for Newcastle to really get themselves out of a jam. And first baseman misses a wild throw and watches the ball roll all the way to the dugout line, doesn't run to get it. Second baseman has to leave second to go get it. And then the pitcher has the opportunity for a double play at first and just walks him down and watches him run right back to the base. Very peculiar.
Impressive. Long way.
More than strategy, I think this speaks kind of to just some shaken confidence and inability to throw a ball into a tight spot and think you might overthrow perhaps. But Newcastle definitely missing an opportunity to get out of this inning early. Whips it down just off the mark on the tag out, safe on the stolen base. So MacArthur very aggressive here in the bottom of the third, paying dividends. They've scored runs now on 2 errors and an RBI single. Everything kind of got started with the bunt attempt that went wild and then allowed the base runners to basically steal on the next play. Chopper to second base, can go over to second, instead goes to first, 4-3 ground out. MacArthur scores 2, Strands 2. Your score through 3. Newcastle 3, Lawton MacArthur 2. Racers will be up to bat top of the fourth inning coming up. You're watching 2024 coverage, the BSN Tuttle Tigers Spring Break Festival. That we do. It is a ball game. MacArthur looked to just kind of be stuck in neutral. And boy, they got bats going and took advantage of every opportunity and miscue by Newcastle there in the bottom of the third. Stats across the board pretty even. Racers 4 hits, MacArthur with 3. Errors the big difference though. 2 for Newcastle, 1 for Lawton Mac.
Leading off the inning for Newcastle, number 8, Kane. Longman.
Infield pop-up fly goes to the second baseman, one down.
By center fielder, which one landed? Yeah. Ah.
And gets him on the swing and the miss, 0-2.
Yeah.
And K-time. Huge momentum shift here just in the last inning alone of play. Newcastle went from a rock-solid 3-0 lead to now only having a one-run lead and then back-to-back batters out here. Potential 3-up, 3-down inning from MacArthur. On the fly, snags it. Nice catch by the center fielder. So it is 3-up, 3-down. And MacArthur will head up to bat, bottom of the fourth coming up. Your game, Newcastle 3, Lawton Mac 2. Next to the last game of the 2024 Tuttle Tiger Spring Break Festival.
Now batting number 19, Luke Phillips.
Ball officially ricochets off the bat, even though that was really razor thin close to hitting the batter. Update on the OU Baylor softball game. Lady Sooners now loaded the bases in the bottom of the first inning. 1-out, 0-0 game against Baylor. Sunday's game has been canceled, so doubleheader today for Oklahoma, 2 and 5:30 approximately p.m. In for the strike and out.
Now batting pitcher number 3, Bryce Kaladi.
Hooks it foul. Catches him on the off-speed changeup way out ahead, 0-2 on the pitch count. Fires it to first base. E3. Base runner on. Well, it continues for Newcastle. This is the second consecutive game where they've had a game with at least 3 errors, and that not probably not the way that Coach Jared King wants to see the team peaking here mid portion of the season.
Center fielder number 17, Spencer Furman.
In large part, last night's battle of 11-1 teams, Hillsdale being the other exception, 11-1 in Class 4A, went to Tuttle, large part to timely hitting to two RBI doubles, and then the number of errors committed by Newcastle. Tagouts at home in second place played a big part in a role there. So Newcastle struggling with getting just effective defense at clutch moments. And another bunt throws down. We get the fielder's choice. 2-6 on the toss out. Correction, 1-6.
Now batting shortstop number 5, Bo DeLong. That's the other day. Pretty good one. I like it. I like the one about Christian Lochner too.
And back to back, big missing swings. Base runner goes. Throw is just on point. Man, if that had been any other spot, he'd have been in safe. Beautiful throw, 2-6 toss out. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the fourth. We'll head to the top of the fifth inning. Your score remains Newcastle 3, Lawton MacArthur 2. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage of the 2024 BSN Tuttle Tigers Spring Break Festival.
Leading off, third baseman, number 3, Lane Steve. Now batting shortstop, number 11, Austin Gibson.
And two base runners on now for the Racers after the single out to left field. Correction, center left field.
Now batting first baseman, number 5, Jackson Daniel.
Meeting at the mound for MacArthur and the Highlanders head coach Rodney DeLong. He'll stick with the original starter. No outs, two base runners on. Here in the top of the fifth inning, a narrow lead for Newcastle 3-2 over Lawton Mac. Um, well, Newcastle catches a break there. Double stolen bases, both uncontested. Catcher loses possession of the ball and cannot track it back to the back wall. 1-1 pitch count will resume. Racers now threatening to get back and extend their lead. They were up 3-0.
Now batting DH number 34, Tosh Smith.
So advance the base runner now loaded for the Racers. Risky move, and now you have to turn two or at least get the lead runner at home plate. And gets him with the strike 2-1. The 3-1 pitch on its way. Catches him on high and tight. Infield pop up. It'll go to the second baseman. And one down.
Now batting catcher number 12, Ryder Gibson.
This one's going to be more problematic, even though he's going to snag it. Fly out to left, tags up. Sack RBI. Base runners will advance second and third. Newcastle back up 4-2 over Lawton Mac.
Now batting second baseman number 2, Gunnar King.
Gunner's the son of head coach Jared King, former coach at Comanche, and prior to that, longtime coach at Fletcher. King in his second year now at Newcastle. And to the shortstop. 6-3 ground out. Racers strand 2, score 1. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth inning with MacArthur coming up to bat. They now trail 4-2. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage of the 2024 BSN Tuttle Tiger Spring Break Festival.
Back to the top of the order for Lawton MacArthur, shortstop number 5, Bo Long.
And MacArthur on with the hit by pitch.
Leadoff pitch by pitch brings to the plate second baseman number 15, Thatcher Miller.
Beautiful bunt. Bobbles, throws, fires, gets him. Base runner advances to second on the sac bunt. Officially a 5-3 fielder's choice tossout.
Now batting right fielder number 10, Gage McNeil.
Update on the Oklahoma Baylor game. Center Strand 3 unable to plate any runs in the bottom of the first. Riley Boone singles in the second, and Jada Coleman nails the home run. OU with the early 2-0 lead over Baylor. Bottom of the second inning in one of two doubleheader games today at the brand new Loves Field. Batter pulls out, so pitch will not officially count. 1-1 pitch will resume. One out, one base runner on second. Swing and a miss takes it to 1-2 though. Now gets him on the half swing, so it is out number 2. Sure looked like that he did get the top of that ball, but it's a no call, officially a strike. Batter kind of played his case walking off, but it was a funky looking swing for sure. See if this is an informal review among both of them to confer if he saw it the same way. Yep, and it upheld the strike, so it's out number 2 for Lawton MacArthur. Ball gets away from the catcher yet again. Base runner steals in safe at third. Takes it to a 1-2 pitch count after the strike. And right to the left fielder. MacArthur unable to capitalize. Your score through 5, Newcastle 4, Lawton Mac 2. Top of the 6th inning coming up. You're watching day 4 action here at the 2024 BSN Tuttle Tiger Spring Break Festival.
Now pitching, number 33, Colton Ware. Got it right. Yesterday he came in and said his last name. That was so great. Then he smoked it up on the first pitch. Motivation. Today's history. Like that's how the cafeteria goes. Now batting right fielder number 8, Hayden Longman.
And just like that, 3-0 pitch count, a couple of wild pitches. Pitching change for MacArthur here now effective for the 6th inning. And it is a 4-0 walk.
Now batting center fielder number 20, Manny.
Base runner steals, jumps the throw, going to be safe by a mile. And evens up the count with a strike. And bring him up, strikeout.
At the top of the order for your races, the left fielder number 24, Tyler Frazier.
Update on the OU softball score 3-0 after Alyssa Brito homers in the 3rd for the Sooners. And safe at 3rd. No throw. Really, really bizarre call there. Base runners now 1st and 3rd for Newcastle.
Third baseman.
Oh, wicked rip out to right field. It's going to take him all the way to the wall. Tags up, unfortunately, nobody at first. Sack RBI, 5-2 Racers. as a first baseman, base runner, I should say, on first, seeing nobody at first and the ball coming into home, I just would have headed to second. Bethany Broncos have made their way now here to the Brian Stewart Field. Your final game of the tournament coming up approximately 4 p.m. will be the Tuttle Tigers versus the Bethany Broncos. Should Tuttle win, that will give them the championship for the 2024 Spring Break Festival. Should they lose, that will fall to Elgin. Due to canceled games on Thursday, the Owls finished a perfect 2-0. However, no more games. Wild throw. Base runner in safe at second stays. Tuttle originally scheduled to play 4 games, one each day, evening concluding the sessions, and then obviously will miss out on that opportunity, but they will be able to get in 3 games for today, weather permitting. Oh, beautiful pitch. Payne at the corner. So Highlanders give up another run. However, it's still a doable game. They'll head to the bottom of the sixth, trailing Newcastle 5-2. Lawton Mac coming up to bat. You're watching PNTV.
Being off bottom of the sixth, left fielder number 20, Mannion for red.
And a fielding error E4 puts the base runner on for Lawton Mac.
Now batting third baseman number 11, Caden Burke.
Perfectly executed single for the MacArthur Highlanders right down third base line. 2 base runners on first and second.
Now batting first baseman number 19, Luke Phillips.
Back to second. 4-3. Base runners advanced. Second and third, one down here. Carter with a real shot to get something cooking here in the bottom of the sixth. And 2-0 count now for the Racers. Swing and a miss, 2-1 count. And back-to-back Ks evens up the count, 2-2. Money pitch gets him on the strikeout. And a deep fly out to center field, shifting over into left field, snags it. And they will strand two. Your score through six. Newcastle 5, Lawton MacArthur 2. Top of the seventh inning coming up. You're watching Prep Nation TV.
Yeah. From the scoreboard. Hey, what? Yeah, I'm trying to help you out. That's like, hey, I'm gonna announce this thing. That ball? Yeah. I'll put you out for your 100% sure.
Outside corner and low, 2-0 on the pitch count. And in high, ball 3. Leadoff walk for the Racers in the top of the 7th.
Now batting number 6, Connor Leader. Okay, Connor Leader. I got a little number on that. Found the sheet. Is that kid? Is that kid? Oh, it might be out. The Newcastle kid? No. They don't have, they don't have better than that. I've been told that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In for the strike, evens up the pitch count, 1-1. Drops in the single out to left field. Base runners advance first and second for the Racers.
No. Yeah, batting number 12, Ryder Gibson. Well, yeah.
Fouls it off. 1-2 pitch count will resume. Racers have led throughout, jumping up to a 2-0 lead in the second inning. Not looking back, however, did get a little bit tight for them initially after giving up 2 runs, dropping down to a 3-2 lead. They've since bumped it back up in back-to-back innings.
Who went below 700 batting average today? Fire down. That takes him, I'm like, I was so.
The fall foul going down first base line.
Oh, down there.
Muddy pitches low outside, ball 4, bases loaded for Newcastle.
Now batting number 2, Gunnar King.
And we'll have our third pitching change of the game for Lawton Mac. Head coach Rodney DeLong takes the ball. You're watching day 4 action here, the 2024 BSN Tuttle Tigers Spring Break Festival. Prep Nation TV coverage. Next to the final game of the tournament. Coming up, Bethany versus Tuttle. Update on the Baylor OU game. Lady Bears hit a 2-run home run in the top of the 4th inning. Now 3-2 ball game against OU. LaValle going yard to score Rowett.
Now pitching for Lawton Mac, 11 feet in birth. That's what we talked about, but I just not. I got me confused. We had 50 companies, but here you go back. Jump it out, I got this. That's what you saying. I'm still tripping. He's still working right now. Oh, no, working.
Check swing goes foul. Breaking ball comes in high, ties up the count 1-1. In for the strike, corner plate. Just off 2-2. Fielder's choice throw out will have it 6-2. Negates the score. 1 out. Racers now with base runners still loaded, though.
Number 8, Peyton Long.
Flies out, and he does get it. Unassist double play. So 4 fly out, tag out. Nicely done by MacArthur. Could have really got an escalated run tally there for Newcastle. Had an opportunity back-to-back, bases loaded, and unable to score. So Lawton Mac will need at least 3 to force extra innings here in the bottom of the 7th inning, 4 to win by walk-off.
Starting off a lot of credit, number 5, Bo Dillon.
And fouls it off. 1-2. Pitch count will resume. Snagged by the second baseman. 4-3 ground out and 1 down.
Now batting number 15, Thatcher Zeller.
Islanders now down to their final 2 outs here. And in for the single.
Now batting number 10, Gage McNeil.
Outside once again. 2-0 pitch count. Correction, 2-2. And catches the corner strikeout. Highlanders now down to their final out.
Now batting number 7, Brett Vaughn. Hey, you still working as hard?
No, I quit a long time ago.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. Like, you just didn't like it there?
No, it's because of this.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were out of practice for like 5. Something. Yeah, I can't.
Crosses in on the breaking ball for the strike.
Except every time I can't go to the races.
And with the second strike, Highlanders now down to their final out and strike. Update on the OU softball game. Bases loaded now for the Sooners. No outs in the bottom of the fourth. They lead Baylor 3-2 after giving up a 2 RBI home run in the top of the fourth. Ball gets away. Base runner Will Still in, safe at second.
He might be DH. Gotcha. Yeah, it's not.
And back to a full count of back-to-back at-bats, 3-2.
I'm all for fantasy.
And they walk him.
Now batting number 20, Landon Perez.
Fouls it off. Who takes the second strike. Fights it off. Count will resume 2-2 after the foul ball. And K-Time, bring him up. It's a final score, Newcastle 5, Lawton MacArthur 2. Final game of the 2024 BSN Tuttle Tigers Spring Break Festival will feature the Bethany Broncos versus the Tuttle Tigers. That's originally scheduled for 4 p.m. Now at 3:25 p.m. We should be pretty good to go to get started right on time. Thank you for watching today.